SQL is also having some drawbacks. Okay. So how we said, okay, in your languages, how we can say C language. Okay. So we called it's a mother of languages. But still, okay, after C language, it's not like that entire the world is only depending on C. And after C, there are so many languages, so many technologies are introducing here. So, because of reasons, C have some drawbacks. C after what it was came, C++, then after Java, then after .NET, then after Python, like so many. Now we are going to use it. So how one to another technologies, how they introducing means maybe existing languages or technologies are having some drawbacks. So maybe that is one of the reason so to introducing of new technologies. Here same as how you say C problems we overcome by C++. Again C++ problems we overcome Java. Again Java wherever lacking that we overcome by using .NET. Again Java.NET wherever lacking that you are using Python. As a now how it was came out same as in database side also the the basic language of database means SQL. There is no doubt in this. Okay, now any database software you can use like Oracle, SQL servers, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, Informix, okay, MaxDB, PostgreSQLs, anything, any type of software you can use, but all relational databases are depends on SQL. Okay, and SQL queries, how to do, what kind of topics are there, how data management here, security here, processing, that all we discuss. But still, even some kind of features you cannot implement under SQL. What are those? For example, if you want to see if else conditions are there, okay, conditional statements are there, looping statements are there, yes or no? So these conditional and looping statements, did you see anywhere in my SQL classes I used anywhere? No. So that means what now? Conditional and looping statements are SQLs are not supporting. Okay, that means it doesn't support to implement these things. But if I want to write some if else condition, some nested if else conditions, some for loop conditions, while loop conditions, if I want to write, then SQL not be support. So then where I can use that kind of things under PLSQL. So that's a PLSQL we called as a procedural language, which is extension of a SQL language, structure query language. Okay, na? Like that is one problem. And in your queries, everything will be written like a single line statements. That means only one line statements are we use. Even you can see queries also, insert query, update, select, anything. One line statements of operations. Like even though if you are writing your subquery also single line, joins also single line. Okay, what we discuss, everything is in a single line statements, one line statements only we use it. But sir, if I want to use multi-line statements, some multi-line program I need to write, some set of statements programs I want to write, that kind of logic, sir, SQL not supports. Then there we can use a PLSQL. Okay, na? Like SQL, we didn't use any exception handlings. So runtime errors, sir, we didn't overcome it. And that kind of problem also not comes to us. Okay, na? So that kind of exceptions we cannot use here. And those exceptions we can use under PLSQLs. And in SQL, we are discussing only predefined functions. But user-defined function, we didn't create. But that kind of user-defined functions, sir, we are creating under PLSQL. Okay, na? So like this, there is some differences are there SQL and PLSQL. Okay, na? So the first one or two classes will be completely theory, which was talking about your PLSQL. Okay, and differences of SQL and PLSQL. Okay, so that's why one or two sessions maybe we are discussing small programs along with the theory information. Okay, na? Now we can right now whatever I was explained here, just take the points and take main heading PLSQL. And diagram also take it that I will explain to you. Hmm. Okay, what is this diagram? Okay, it representing here. Let's see. In SQL, we said everything will be single line statement. So now you can say, for example, I'm sending one query request. So insert query, when I'm sending to my Oracle here at my first attempt, what happened? Your server will treat as a new request. And if it is a new request means compulsory, it's going to be compiled. Okay, now your query compiling and after executed and the response will be successfully giving to user. So this is generally what happening in SQL language. So every query request when we are sending to server will take the request, compile, execute, give response. Response means result, output. So now this has happened. But the problem is what now in this same query again if I'm sending, same query again I'm sending. That means I'm not changing anything. The same query request three times I'm sending now. So three times what happened, the three times it will take as a new request. Again, it will take as a new request, means again what we required a compilation. Okay, but just think about already compiled code, already compiled query. Again, why should again go to compile, again go to compile? Is it unnecessary now? If, if my query will be changed any different format, if I change, I will do some modification. Okay, I required a compilation. But without changing anything, without doing any changes, as it is query, if I'm sending second time, third time, fourth time, but again, what happened? Every time it will take as a new request and compile and execute. So this is automatically, it reduces the performance of database. So to avoid this problem, what the people was doing in PL/SQL, why should I write